Hey guys, Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations. Got another review for you today, continuing, on with the ones that I was able to work on while I was on vacation. And this time around, I'm going to be talking to you about the brand new album from Horde of Bethlehem, entitled Ritual of Homicide, out now through Comatose Music. And if you are not familiar with Horde of Bethlehem, they are a brutal death slash black metal band out of Austin, Texas. Been around since 2009, featuring Ryan Sylvie on guitars and vocals, Phil King on the guitars, Alan Berryman on bass. He's also in the band Infuriate. He's a former member of Cathexis, as is drummer Sam Axelrad. And finally, you have James Vandenberg, who is handling the lead vocals. He is a former member of Infuriate. He was in Uncleansed at one point, among many others. This is the band's third full-length album. It is 10 tracks, just a little over 37 minutes in length. And I have been a big fan of this band for a long time now. And at the time that I actually discovered them, Stabbing drummer Rene Martinez was actually handling the drums for them, which shows you how long ago it was. And honestly, with each release, I've just only seen this band get better and better. And now 6 years since their last release, which was 2017's Extinguish the Light, these Texas deathmongers offer up yet another brutal slab of blasphemy. Alan's bass on here is just right up in the mix, yet it's not overpowering any of the other instruments, and it's very easily heard, laying down a nice solid backbone throughout the entire album with a thick and heavy tone to it. Lead off track, Enlightenment Through Pain, at about 2:41. I love how the bass gets kind of a brief moment to shine by itself, and when you got a great bass player like Alan, giving him just that brief moment is always cool to see. As usual, this album is just full of great guitar work on here. I love the tone that they got for them. Lots of mid to fast paced, kind of old school death metal style riffing with some slower and heavier chugs and some pinch harmonics, as well as some more black metal inspired riffing and just some absolutely killer guitar solos. They honestly have a real evil vibe to them, I think, at times. And not only do they know how to write, or should I say, how to transition between the two different styles of metal, that being death metal and black metal, but they also know how to write some really headbangable grooves and gallops. When you get into track number 2, Nails in Your Coffin, at about 1 minute and 43 seconds into that song, that is a great example of how seamlessly this band is able to transition between death metal and black metal style riffing. Very cool to hear how flawlessly they pull that off. The drum production, I think, overall is really solid with a good snap to the snare. I love the kicks on here. Sam not only hits with power and authority, but he does some really nice patterns, rolls, and fills, and I've always loved his double bass work and his blast beats. Vocally, you get a powerful yet intelligible mid-range growl. To me, a bit reminiscent of Kyle Simons from Kill Division, formerly of Malevolent Creation, and they mix that with these really nasty-sounding black metal screams. Just absolutely savage stuff, in my opinion. Some of the other things that I picked out, you get to track number 5, Gateway. That's just another great example of the band's seamless transition between the riffing styles. Here is just throughout that entire song, no real one section to pick out. Just that whole song is just seamless transition from one style to the other. And then track number 6, Sermon of the Malignant Spirit. Despite this track having a more kind of death metal style chug section about 1 minute and 24 seconds into the song, as well as a little bit later on in it, it's probably the most black metal sounding song on this album. And I just love how it's very slow, evil intro starts, and just that serious old school style black metal feel that it has. I kept trying to think of who it reminded me of, what song, because I kept thinking of a particular song and I could hear it in my head, but I could not remember the name of it, and it drove me crazy. But yeah, serious old school black metal vibes all over that song. Overall, while it's been 6 years since we've had any new material from these Texas heathens, they just prove they have not lost a step whatsoever. It's fast, it's heavy, aggressive, evil, and just another example of why Texas has one of the best extreme metal scenes, in my opinion. This band has yet to disappoint me, and I cannot wait to hear what they do next. And this is an album that, in my opinion, is a must-hear. So go check out Horde of Bethlehem. I will be leaving links down below so you can check this out for yourself and pick up a copy. Definitely one of my favorite albums of the year so far. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. Go check this out. And yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.